What's up everyone, it's your bro Sparrow here. In today's video I'll show you how you can make millions within one day. With the new Perico Heist, you can make over $1 million per hour solo. So in this video I'll show you how to do it, and I'll also show you all the prep missions as well. But if you want to skip them, I will put time on the screen now where you can skip to, and you can just watch the final heist, and I'll just tell you there what you need for the preparation missions. Alright, so first of all, how you can unlock the submarine named Kosatka. You come to the casino, but you don't go into the main door, but you go to the side door to music locker, and then you go into the VIP section and speak to the guy, which will unlock the new heist for you in the submarine. When you're going to this place, make sure that you're not in any organization with your friends, because one of my friends was in my organization and he couldn't access it because I already completed this heist. So just make sure that you're on your own, and you should not have any problems. Alright, so once you've done that, what you want to do is register as a CEO and then request your submarine. The reason for the CEO is that you can request the battered helicopter if you destroy the other one, and also you can go off radar if people are chasing you while you're doing the preparation missions. And also in the background you can run other businesses. For example, if you own a nightclub or a bunker, that will still go on. Even if you're on an island and doing the prep work, the business will still grow in the background. So just keep that in mind, that you can still grind other businesses while you're doing this heist. What you want to do with the battered helicopter, even if you request it while you're doing prep missions, you can just land it over here on the submarine, and once you go inside it will get destroyed. So you'll see in a second when I go inside it will get notification that the battery got destroyed, and you can request it again whenever you need it. So you don't have to be chasing the helicopters around, it will get destroyed automatically. So once you're done that, you just want to go to the desk and start the first preparation mission. If you're doing it for the first time, you will go to the airport, get on a plane and go to the island. But once you complete it for the first time, you will then have to go and grab a different plane, and they are in 3 different locations. So with this helicopter, what you want to do is just shoot 3 missiles, 1 at the car, 1 at the group of the people, and then there will be 1 more guard next to the plane, and the plane can take 1 missile, so just shoot 1 missile at it and you will not destroy it. It will just move slightly, but you are good to go. Don't worry about destroying it. Once you get in the plane, you just fly over to the island, and then we will get to what you need to do next. But one more thing I want to mention is make sure that you approach this yellow target from the right hand side. Don't go from the left, because a lot of people are having an issue with accessing the Perico Island, because they're coming from the left hand side and they can't access it. So as you can see, the purple marker, that will be representing the Perico Island, and you want to come from the left to the right and not from the right to the left, because then you're going opposite direction and you're not flying towards the island. And also be careful for the business battle. So there will be aircraft carrier there, and then it will not let you go through. So I had issues with that as well. So when people were doing the business battle, it didn't let me through. So just make sure they find a new session or wait for that business battle to end. Alright, so once you get to the island, you just want to get the motorbike from the airport. That's if you are doing it for the second time round, and you're going to be replaying it over and over again. For the first time you will be at the beach dancing, and you just need to make your way through. But once you've done that for the first time, then you just want to come here with the bike, and then just jump over this hill, and then continue straight to the tower. But let's say that you fail and get caught over here, so watch out for the tower when you're jumping over, because the guard can turn around and catch you. So just be careful where he's facing. So you just make your way back to the gate, go through this small gate which is not locked, and then what you want to do is grab the quad bike, which will be just around the corner. Just be careful with the security that you don't get caught again, because then you'll have to go back to the airport and make your way back up. So just be careful and don't rush it too much. There's no timer on this, so just take it easy. And what I did over here, I just overshot it with the quad bike and almost went into the camera, so just take it easy and don't do the same thing as I did. And there's one more thing that I want to show you, is this guard. Just wait for him over here where I'm standing to turn around, and once he turns around you can continue straight on. Alright, so let's say you didn't get caught, you jumped over that hill, and you just want to come over this way to the left and then turn right around the camera. make your way up to the tower, just like so, and then you just go to the power box. If the guard is not downstairs next to the tower like in this video, that means that the power box is down. It's not on the top of the tower. It will be somewhere around this on the right hand side or in front of you like it is here. But it can be up as well, so you just climb the ladder. It can be in the mid section, top section, or all the way at the top. Alright, so once you hack it, what you want to do is go on the up, and then with the camera you just want to go 3 times to the right. Don't go to the left, because if you go to the left you have at least 6 more cameras to go through and they take forever to load up. So just go 3 times to the right, you'll go into the basement, and once you're in the basement, what you want to do with the mouse is just go a little bit more to the left, and once the arrow is pointing at the thing that you have found, for example this ruby necklace, you just want to come off, go up the ladder if you're on the bottom part, and once you are up you just want to jump off and kill yourself. This way you will go back to the airport and go on a plane. So as you can see me here now, I just jump off and I will spawn back at the airport and I can go back to Los Santos. But let's say that you're doing this for the first time. Don't kill yourself. What you want to do is scout out the drainage tunnel and the main docks, because this is what you will need. The drainage tunnel will be your entrance point and main dock will be your escape. So go up all the way to the top, jump towards the right, and then hold S as soon as you open up the parachute, and then make your way down to this little dinghy boat which will be next to the our objective. So when you're approaching it, just hold Q and E to slow down on the approach so that you don't kill yourself. Swim over to this little dinghy and then just dive. You'll see like a metal construction to the left there, and it will be on the right hand side opposite of that metal construction there. So as you can see here, that's the tunnel. You don't need to take a picture of it. All you need to do is just swim by it and you will unlock it. So once you do that, you want to go back to the dinghy and then just get on it. So just press F, don't try to climb it, just when you're next to it, just press F and you will teleport inside. And then what you want to do is go on the map and then go to the main dock. So I'll copy what I'm doing. The main dock is over there on the waypoint, and you can just drive. Don't worry about the other boats, they are not security whatever, so you can just drive past them and they will not do anything. So once you get to the dock, what you want to do is just take the picture of the dock. You don't need to scout out any grappling hooks, clothing, or any of those things, like for example secondary targets. You don't need that. I will show you in the final heist how we get to them and so on. So yeah, just watch out for this one guard, make sure that he goes to the right, and once he goes to the right you just want to come around this corner over here behind a bush so he doesn't see you when he comes back, and then you just take out the phone, take the picture of the main docks, and then send it over to Powell. It is simple as that. That's all you need to do, and then you can make your way down back to the airport, and that's it. So if the guard comes back from the right hand side back to you and it's taking a bit longer to take this, just make your way to the left. You can just jump down, swim, and you'll be fine. Alright, so once you get back to the boat, go to the left over here, because there is a tower on the right hand side and the guard can catch you, so just go to the left a bit and then just come over here, get out, and then if it's your first time doing this heist, you will not be having a plane on the left, but you will have to go to the pilot, which will be sitting over here. So yeah, you will just find the pilot here and then that's it. Alright, so let's say you're back at the Los Santos. All you want to do is request your Sparrow from the Kosatka and then just fly over. Make sure that you spawn your Kosatka when you're starting the heist for the first time next to the airport, because I didn't and I had to fly a long distance. So just make sure that it's next to the airport. And one more thing I want to mention is be careful with the yachts. Some people keep their anti-air defenses on, so if you fly over the yachts you will get shot down. So if you're doing a preparation missions and you're carrying the cargo back to the yacht, if they shoot you down, then you have to go and retrieve it from the water and then swim to your Kosatka, and it can be very painful. So just be careful about the yachts. So you just fly over, press E, and then you enter. Alright, so what we're gonna do now is a vehicle. So which vehicle we want to choose for approach, and we'll be choosing the submarine, aka Kosatka. Once you activate that job, don't go outside yet, you want to fast travel. And you will see in a second why it is. So you just go over here, press space, and fast travel next to the point where the Kosatka will be mission. I think there are 3 different locations where they will spawn, so for me this was in the top left corner, and I just found the closest waypoint and fast travel there. Once you do that, you want to grab a helicopter and then shoot the enemy in a helicopter first. And make sure that you do it from the side or from behind. If you go from the front, you will have a dogfight and it can end up you being shot down. So just make sure you destroy the helicopter first and then just take out the boats. Alright, so once you do that, you don't need the helicopter anymore. And if you don't want to kill yourself by jumping out, you can just crash land into the water, like so, and just wait for the engine to get killed completely. So once you jump out, the propellers don't kill you. So as you can see, I just jumped out safely. That's it. You press space and then you just hold shift with W, or you just look down with the mouse and swim towards the entrance of the submarine. Alright, so there will be 3 jammers locations where you can find the jammer, so I will show you all of them. So make sure you have a shotgun, pretty strong one, and then just make your way to the left. You will have 1 guard over there, 1 guard sharp right, so don't forget about two guards that you have on the entrance. Then you make your way down, then you have 1 more guard over here on a doorway, shoot him, and then you have 2 guards behind the desk. So first jammer will be on this desk in front of us. So you just want to grab that and that's it, and you make your way up. But if the jammer is not here, I'll show you where you can go next. So over here in this setup I didn't have it, so you want to go back. Don't go straight for the submarine because you have more levels there to go through, and it's like a maze and you have a bunch of guards to take care of. So just go back on yourself, and then what you want to do is just drop down here. Once you drop down, you will have a guard sharp right. I didn't have him here now, he was in the next section, but sometimes in this is sharp right straight when you will jump down. But for me this time he was up here, so this guard can move a bit around. So once you take care of him, there will be 1 more guard downstairs on the doorway, so just take care of him. And then the jammer will be on this pipe here. Let's say that the jammer is not here and the third location is all the way at the back, so just continue through this door where you shot this guard and then make your way down. Just check your corners, but this section should be clear. Maybe 1 guard, but there's 1 more guard over here always, so make sure that you get him. And then you have a few more guards over here, so 1 in front of you and then 1 sharp right. And then in the last section, sometimes there is only 1 guard, sometimes there are 2 guards, so just be careful that there might be 2. For this one there was only 1. And then the jammer will be on this green box at the back, so just come here, grab it, and then what you want to do is go all the way back where you came from. But be careful on the way back because there is a staircase on the left hand side over here, which I will show you, and then you may have sometimes guards running down trying to kill you, so just be careful with that staircase. And then what you want to do is just go back on yourself where you came from, all the way through here, and then you could just go up the ladder, and once you make it up the ladder, just keep holding W and then A. If you go press A straight away to the left, it will make you go down the ladder because the space is too tight, so just make sure that you're running towards the wall and then turn left. Alright, so once we're out of the submarine, what you want to do is just hold Shift and S, go up, go into your menu, go to Kosatka, and then you want to request your Avisa submarine. So once you are right on the top of the water, then you want to request it. If you're still under the water, you can glitch out, so just make sure that you swim all the way up, request it, dive so the helicopters don't shoot you, and then swim underneath of the Avisa, and then once you're underneath it, press F and you'll teleport inside. Once you're inside, hold W, and then just keep holding Shift when you need it to keep next to the surface. If you hold Control to dive and then press W, it will just keep you on the surface and the helicopters will keep shooting you, so just make sure that you don't hold Control first. Alright, so once you get to the submarine, go from the front and make your way to the back, and then just wait for the notification to pop up to enter. So once the notification pops up, press E and you are inside. Alright, so once you are inside, what you want to do is just climb up this ladder, make your way to the front, and then activate the next mission. So once you activate the first prep mission, let's say, it will be the plasma cutter, you don't need the demolition charges. Ever. So don't bother with that thing. So for the heist that we are running, you will never need demolition charges. So just grab the plasma cutters, go back to your station, and fast travel again. All of the preparation missions which we'll be doing from now will be based in a city. So just go to Vespucci Beach, and that's it. So just press space and then double tap the enter, and then you will just fast travel to Vespucci Beach. Alright, the first setup is fairly simple on this one. You'll have one camera out here, but don't worry about the camera on this setup. Once you enter, you will have a planning board on the left side over here, or sometimes you'll have on the right hand side. So just take the picture of it, send it over to Pavel, and then you are golden and you can just go back. The reason I've mentioned cameras is the cameras you will need to destroy are in a second prep mission, which will be for fingerprint. We will get to that in a second, but for this setup, don't worry about the camera, just go inside. There will be no enemies inside. Just take the picture of the planning board and then just make your way back to the helicopter, and then you will just fly over to the location. And personally, I hate this setup mission because there are sometimes between tall buildings in a really narrow alley, and you can't get there with the helicopter. So this one will be the easiest one to do. There are 3 different locations for every single setup, so this is one of the easiest locations. Just make sure that you don't make the same mistake which I did. I was flying too close with the helicopter and I couldn't lock onto the target. I just kept shooting the floor. So just go a little bit back. Make sure that you have some distance from the enemies and just shoot them down. In this mission, you will not be able to shoot all the I'd say enemies down. You need to land the helicopter and then you need to shoot them yourself with the gun. You can't just kill all of them with the missiles because they're just hiding around corner. So yeah, and also just make sure that you don't get killed on when you're landing, because that can just be more painful. And then as soon as you land and then kill those guys, you'll have 2 vehicles approaching you, which will keep respawning once you kill them. So once you kill first wave, the second wave will come. So before you get back to the helicopter, make sure that you kill both of the cars. So you have 4 enemies in total, so 2 enemies in each car. Once you kill them, make sure that you run towards the helicopter. What you will see in a second, I stopped for a second and I made my way to the helicopter, so I was risking of getting killed. So just make sure that you sprint for it, get in a helicopter and fly back to the submarine. Alright, so next thing I will show you is if you mess up with the helicopter, if you crash it, or if the enemies will destroy it, you can request to buzz the helicopter. So let's look at it now. So I have crash landed the helicopter because this was too tight between buildings. I didn't expect it to be that tight. I thought I could squeeze in, but then I just crashed it. If your helicopter survives, make sure that you destroy it first, because if you don't destroy it, then you will be messed up for the next setup. So just grab the loot, put sticky bomb on it, or just destroy it. Request your buzzed helicopter from your CEO abilities. So just go on CEO, abilities, vehicles, and then request the buzzed helicopter. And then once you're running towards it, just destroy the helicopter again, the buzz it, and go back to your submarine, and then that's fine. So just keep in mind that if you don't destroy the helicopter, you will not have it in a submarine for the next setup. Alright, this is one of the easiest one, the fingerprint. It's very easy. So what you want to do is just activate it, fly over to the warehouse, and then what you want to do after that is disable the camera. So on every single objective you will have, or let's say warehouse, you'll have a power box where you can turn off the cameras. If you shoot them from the outside, you will alert the guards inside, and then they will shoot at you straight away when you get in. But if you disable the cameras, it's a bit easier for you. So what you want to do then is just take out your gun, go inside, and go towards the left behind this wooden box, and then just shoot the guards. It's better if you shoot them in the head, it's faster, you don't have to waste so much ammo on them. And then just keep pressing forward and then to the right. If you go straight to the right, you can make yourself go outside, and then just loading time will slow you down going in and out. So just keep pressing forward and go to the right. And then once you get to the computer, it's a simple hack which we had in first heist. So you should be all familiar with that. It's nice and simple. Once you hack that, you just need to go to another place. there are 3 different locations. One is here in the middle of the city, next one is next to the pier, and the third one is on the way outside next to the highway, where Trevor had his heist with his drugs. So once you get to the front door, you have 2 cameras. So one is over here, one is to the left. And then once you enter, you just want to find the card. It's like a white credit card, let's say, and you just want to grab it. So it'll be on the left hand side on these desks. So it can be over here on the left side, or it can be on those 2 over here, but mainly it's on these 2 desks all the way to the right. But sometimes they do spawn on these longer desks. And once you grab that, all you want to do is just get out, and that's it. Fly back to your submarine. Alright, so the next one is the cutting torch, which you will need to open up the drainage tunnel. This is one of the simple ones as well. You just need to go to the construction site, and you have 2 options. You can dress up as a constructor and just walk in, or you can just destroy them. I just find it faster to just kill all of them, land the helicopter, grab the torch and fly back. So all you have to do is just fly in circles and just keep shooting them until they are all dead. You will have a few guards who are hiding behind a wall or some pillar or something that you can't shoot them, so you'll have to land the helicopter and go shoot them, but sometimes only 1 or 2 guards max. One more thing I want to mention with this helicopter: be careful with the handling. It has a very long tail, so when you try to land very sharply or pull back, it will make you crash very easily. So as you can see, I pulled back too hard because the tail is too long, and when I tried to go back forward, it just almost made me kill myself. So just be careful with this helicopter if the handling of it is not the best. Alright, so once you kill the guard, be careful with the guns. They do misfire as well once they are dead, so just don't get killed if you're on low on health. And then just search the toolboxes. And what you're looking for is like a blue handle, and it's just a blue torch. So just run over, search for them, and you can see it's like the blue torch over here. Grab it, and you just make your way back. You'll have 2 cars coming towards you and trying to shoot you, but on this one they take a bit longer to get to you, so you're safe on this end. Alright, so the next one we are doing is the weapons. People are going with the shotguns, but I would recommend assault rifles because you can shoot them at a longer range, and I'll be showing you in the final heist why I prefer assault rifles. Alright, for this one, for the weapons, there are 2 different setup missions. The first one is following a Valkyrie into a training site, and then what you want to do is just go into Avenger and then grab the guns. This is like the easiest one but longest one because the Valkyrie takes forever to fly. And one more thing I want to mention about this Valkyrie: do not destroy it before it lands. Make sure that it lands and then all the red circles, like the enemies, pop up. If you destroy it before it lands, it will count as a mission failed and you have to do it all over again. Even if you can see the Avenger and all the enemies, you still need to wait for it to land. I've learned that the hard way, and I just wasn't too happy about it. It's just taking forever to fly, but once you get there, it's fine. It's very simple setup. All you have to do is just fly in circles and shoot the missiles at the enemies. Don't worry about the training Avenger. I think he can take like 5 missiles or something. So just keep shooting around it and you'll be fine. Once you shoot all the targets, then you just want to land next to the Avenger. But one more thing to be careful of: don't fly too close when you're shooting the enemies. As you can see, I almost got killed because I was flying too close, and their weapons are pretty powerful, so just keep your distance. And then once you kill them, just land next to the Avenger because you will have to jump out, and you will see that in a second. If you haven't done this before, then yeah, you can just watch what I'm doing, and then if you already done this, you can skip it. But yeah, what you want to do is just take out your weapon, go inside, and then you have just 2 guards. So one over there, one over here, and you just grab the weapon. Simple as that. And then you just run back towards the door, and on the left hand side you have parachutes. Grab the parachute, and then you just jump out once Pavel stops talking. He's talking for bit too long there, but oh well, what can we do? And once it stops talking, you just go to the yellow circle and jump out. And then you just drop close as you can to the helicopter. I cut it a bit too close with opening the parachute, but if you open it a bit later, you just travel faster. But yeah, if the vehicles get too close to you, just make sure that you shoot it, that they don't kill you while you are starting up the engine, and then just fly back. It is this simple. Alright, so I'll show you the second prep mission, which you have to go into a building. So you have 3 different buildings. This one is okay to land on, so they are a bit tricky to land on this building because they have ventilations, satellites and all the things on it, so it is quite hard for this helicopter to land because the tail is so long. If you would take a buzzed helicopter, it is a bit easier to land it, but then you have to come out of your submarine with this helicopter, request a buzzed helicopter and then get inside, so it can be a little bit time consuming, let's say. So once you land, just take out your weapon and go inside. If you have a suppressor, you can have a bigger element of surprise, so it's a bit easier to shoot the enemies once you enter. So what you want to do is just shoot the door, shoot the first guard, and then those 2 guards at the back. And once you kill them, the alarm will go off, and then you just have a few more people on the right side. So just go to the right, and then just shoot the guys who are in front of you. Then use this wall as a cover, and just shoot the guards which are behind the desk and in front of you. If you can make them headshots, it will be easier for you to do and faster, and you don't have to waste ammo. And then what you have to do is then just go more to the right, and then there'll be 1 more guard behind the desk, and then there'll be 1 more guard in the room on here, over here. So just shoot the door, shoot him, and then make your way to the gun locker. So you always have to come to the locker, try to open it even though you know that it's locked, but you still need to activate it, and then just go to the laptop. This hack can be a bit more complicated for some people. I found it a bit hard for the first time when I was doing it, but once you do it a couple of times, it will get easier. So you just want to search for the first 2 digits, and then you will be fine. Well, let's say 4 digits because they're in 2s, so 47.37, let's say, and then you just find it and then press enter once you get it. And then once you unlock the laptop, you just come over here, press E, grab the weapons and make your way out. So this part will be trickier. What you want to do is have a minigun or some weapon with lots of bullets, maybe light machine gun if you don't have a minigun, and then go to the roof. If you go to the ground, you have a bunch of guards to take care of and helicopters, but if you come to the roof, all you have to do is just shoot the helicopters and then go back to the submarine. And the neat trick to do here is shoot 1 helicopter down, and then on the second helicopter all you want to do is shoot the people in the back who are shooting at you. But on this time I accidentally shot the pilot, so then 2 new helicopters respawned and started to shoot at me. But if you want to keep it nice and safe, you just shoot the guards from the back. I will show you 1 more roof over here, which is the hardest one to land, because you have a satellite dish on the left side, and then you have solar panels on the right, and you only have like this skinny bridge to land on, and because the tail is so long, it will just pull you back. So just you want to twist it slightly to the left, but just be careful with the propellers that they are not hitting the antenna or whatever it's that thing is. So just land it something like this and make your way in. So once you get out, I'll show you this time how it's properly done. So you just shoot 1 helicopter down, you make your way up, and then on the second helicopter you just shoot down the people in the back. So I destroyed this one, and then the other helicopter, it only has the pilot and he'll just follow you, and no one is shooting at you, and there's 2 new helicopters will not respawn because this 1 helicopter will just follow you, and then it's more safer for you to get in, start the engine and fly back. Alright, so once you get back, all you want to do is just start the final heist. So in the final heist, let's recap what you need. You need a submarine as an entrance point, you need a plasma cutter, a fingerprint, and then also you want to have a torch, which you will cut through the drainage tunnel. And 1 more thing that you need for your weapons is suppressors. So when you go back to your prep phase, go to weapons and buy suppressors. You will need the suppressor for this to work. And then also what I recommended is assault rifles. Shotguns are good, but for long range, which we'll be doing in this video, assault rifles are better. Alright, so once you go into final, press arrow right and then press enter. You can't change or choose anything in first screen, it's just showing you what you can do when you are starting a heist. So once you get to here, what you want to have is a kasatka, then you want to go to drainage tunnel, just copy what I'm doing, then you want to have drainage tunnel again, escape point you want to have main dock, and then the time of day you can choose day. It will be easier for you to see your enemies. Some people are saying, oh, if you choose night, the enemies can't see you. They can see you the same way. It's just the Rockstar made the game, they have the same radar. So even if it's a nighttime or daytime, they will see you the same. But it will be easier for you to do it in the daytime. Okay, so once we are here, what you want to do is just hold shift to go forward, and then you just use your mouse to go left, right, up, down. And that's how you get to the drainage tunnel, then you cut it. There are different ways how you can cut the tunnel, this part here, the metal. So you do your way, whatever works for you, and then all you want to do is just swim up. So I just fast forward this bit because it's not as important as the next bit, and I just don't want to be wasting your time just swimming around. Alright, so once you get up here, what we want to do is just take out your assault rifle, which is suppressed, make sure it's suppressed. Go up here and shoot the guard in the head. Alright, you can sprint over here and shoot the guard before he gets to this bit, but it's safer for him to stop. But you will see another guard in the background, so just wait for that guard to pass and then shoot him in the head. And then just sprint over here, and then this guard, make sure that you shoot him in this corner, because there's a camera on the right hand side which you will see. And then if you shoot the guard in front of the camera, the alarm will go off. So just make sure that when you kill that guard, he's not in the camera, and then just destroy the camera so you can walk through. This next guard you'll need to kill, because when you're coming back outside, you'll be jumping off for the faster exit, which I'll show you in a bit. Just wait for this guard to come here and shoot him. He's short-sighted, so you can just stand here and wait for him to turn around and stop. So once you kill that guard, you want to run over here, but once you get here, just walk. If you are running, the guard will hear you and he will start shooting you and the alarm will go off. So just make sure that you slow down before you go to the guard. And then what you want to do is run up again here. And then there's another guard coming down the stairs, and then you just shoot him in the head. Alright, and then from here it's gonna be easy, let's say. So when you enter, sometimes you have a painting on the wall, and not all the time. I've done this heist about 15 times, and I had like this painting only once. But just check the walls, you will sometimes have it, sometimes don't. And then we'll go to the locking mechanism where you have to do the fingerprint. When you do it on hard difficulty, you will have 4 fingerprints. If you do it on normal, you have only 3 fingerprints. But I'll show you this neat trick that it will not really matter how many fingerprints you have to do and how hard it is. So what you want to do is find the first fingerprint layout, and then you just count down. So let's go to the first one and then do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so on and so on. So let's do it again. So we find the first one, the top one. We got it. We find the first one again, 1, 2. Find the first one, 1, 2, 3. Find the next one, 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on and so on. So I think you have like 7 or 8 layers. So you just keep counting, and you will just get the fingerprint. It is so easy. You don't have to be looking on the right side and try to match it. You just find the first one and just count. But just don't rush it, because in the final fingerprint you will see me that I rushed it. And I had 2 same fingerprints in the middle section, and then I was trying to fix the bottom section, but the middle section was wrong because I was counting too fast. You can do this heist within 12 minutes, even if you take your time, so just don't rush. So as you can see me here, I'm rushing through. And then I think on this one I made a mistake, so I did the same as the third layer, and it was supposed to be 1, 2, 3, 4, but I only did 1, 2, 3. And then the bottom part just didn't want to add up, as you can see. So just be careful with that fingerprint, that you don't count too fast and then make a mistake. You have 5 minutes or 4 minutes to do this, so plenty of time. And if you want to do the elite challenge, do it within 15 minutes, you still have time, so don't rush it. So as you can see me here trying to fix it. and then I figure it out. So yeah, it is not hard, just find the first fingerprint and then just count. And once you hack it, we will make our way downstairs. When you are downstairs, there are no more guards, you just do your business, what you need to do. You can't get to the gold, you can only get the necklace, because you need 2 people for the gold, but it doesn't really matter if you do it with 2 people. I tried it with my friend, and all you have is like 400,000 max extra if you do it with another person. So not a big difference how much money you make, and then you have to split it in half anyways, or how much percentage you give your friend or yourself. With the plasma cutter, you want to keep it next to the red bar. I've seen lots of people doing it and keeping it on really cool, like all the way to the left, and they took forever to cut this glass. So just make sure that you keep it on all the way to the right and close to overheating, but it will cut faster. Just don't overheat too much. Alright, so once you grab the necklace or whatever is in the vault, just make your way back up. If it's in the safe, you just get a text from Pavel with the code, you just punch that in and open it. So that one is even easier to do. Alright, so once you get out, all you want to do is jump to the left. Sometimes you have a guard passing by, so just wait for him to pass and jump down. When you take damage, you will not lose money. It's not like the first heist or whatever. You can just jump down and take damage, so don't worry about that. And then just run over to the gate and spam E, and then you can exit. Sometimes you have a guard there walking past, so just wait for him to pass and then just run to the gate. And you don't even have to shoot the guards, you can just run to the gate, spam E, and then they will just despawn and you do your cinematic thing and get out. So it's kind of cheating the system here, but it's easier for you and you can do it in a faster time. So even if you take a bit longer on fingerprint, you can skip this part very fast with the guards, and that's it. Alright, so the first guard is on the left hand side here, you shoot him in the head. And next guard, what you want to do is come to this tree and shoot him in the head. If you shoot him from the right, you will alert the 2 guards which are right behind him, and the alarm will go off. So just make sure that you don't alert the guards which are here. You can go close to them, so it's easier for you to shoot them in the head. And then you just destroy the camera, make sure that you reload your gun for the next part, get on the bike and just follow the path which I'm taking. So just go up the hill, a bit over the top, and then you just go to the left. And then you just find a nearest bush where you can hide, because then you have a helicopter coming for you. It doesn't always come for you, but there are a couple of times that it will. So you just hide in this bush which I'm next to here, and you just go inside and make sure that you don't move. And then once the helicopter passes, you can go. If there's no helicopter, you can just wait for this guard to move away. Once he moves away, you can make your way down, and then I'll show you in a second what you need to do. So if you see the helicopter coming for you, you can press Z to open up the minimap, and you will see the direction which is flying in. Sometimes it flies all the way to the left and it just avoids you, and sometimes it just comes for you. So yeah, just keep an eye on that. And once the helicopter passes or the guard moves, you want to sprint down, shoot the guard on the left hand side which is crouching, and then the second guard. If there is no helicopter, you can do it faster, so you shoot the guard which is crouching, and the second guard will be a bit further away, so you have a bit more time to shoot him, but you will see it when you do it yourself. You might fail for the first couple of tries, but once you get used to it, it's gonna be very fast. Alright, so once you get to this point, make sure that you're not running, because you will alert the guard again, and sometimes there's a camera on top of him, so you just shoot him in the head like this, and then on top there will be a camera, you will see it. So if there is a camera, just make sure that you shoot it. And what you want to do next is come up this hill, and you want to shoot this guard, because you will be going with the boat that way, and then if he spots you, then the guards will get alerted. And then you want to shoot that one guard in a dock on your way back. And then what you want to do is go back to this place over here, and then you can get your secondary targets. So sometimes you have cocaine, weed, money, and sometimes you can be very unlucky like I was and have nothing here. So I only had like one desk in the next section which I'll show you, and then nothing over here. So you can be sometimes really unlucky and have nothing, but that's really rare. But most of the time you have 2 full desks here of weed, cocaine and cash. The cocaine I think gives you the most money, and the weed gives you the least money. So when I see weed, it's like, okay, not that great, but what can I do? So let's say that you want to do the elite challenge and you want to get full bag. So as you can see here, we don't have full bag, so what we want to do is go to the next section and you want to shoot the guard which is over here, boom, and then sprint over to the next guard. You can manage to get him standing over here, which I was a bit off, he was behind a bush. But if you do miss him and he starts walking again, don't worry, just follow him and he will stop again. You can try shooting while he's moving, but if you want to play it safe, just wait for him to stop moving and then shoot him in the head. So just walk slowly, and then once he stops, shoot him in the head, and then another secondary target is behind this gate. So just come here, press E, open it, and grab the final loot. And this way you can get the full bag and achieve the elite challenge, which will give you some extra money. And it's nice and sweet. So in this heist I made about 1,400,000, and then what you want to do is go over here and then line up those two guards which are standing opposite of each other and just shoot them in the head. Simple as that. And then you just swim over to the boat, press F to enter. If you try to jump on it, sometimes it just glitch out and your character will be just doing some random things and slow you down. So you just swim over to the boat, press F to enter, and that's it. And then when you're coming out, just be careful of the patrol boat. You'll have one boat patrolling, so as you can see that is driving away, and then all you want to do is just press W and hold control and just swim towards the sun, or drive towards the sun. And then that is that. It's not hard. It's once you do it for the first maybe 2 tries, the third try will be even easier. So yeah, you don't have to waste your time scouting out for the grappling hooks, the clothing, whatever there is. I forgot what there are, like other things are. And once you scout out, for example, the main dock and drainage tunnel, you don't have to scout it anymore. Once you have it, you always have it unlocked, and you just jump off the tower, kill yourself, go back to the airport, get on a plane, go back, do the prep missions, which will take you about 45 to 50 minutes. And then this heist will take you about 12 minutes max. So let's say with a 1 hour mark, you are making over $1 million. And then there's like a 5 to 10 minutes cooldown between the heists. And then after that 10-minute mark, you can go back to the submarine, activate the heist, and do it all over again. So yeah guys, I hope that this video helped you. And yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you'd like to see my future content, make sure to follow me on Twitter for instant notifications. Also, if you want to be more connected and have a say in my future videos, join me today on Discord. You can message me or even join a voice chat. All the links are in the description. I shall see you in the next video. Peace.